What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of Slapcast, where we talk movies, TV, gaming news, and whatever else the internet has cursed this week. I am your host, Nerd Slap. Tonight is going to be a solo show. Typically, I try to have at least 1 or 2 guests on, but tonight for the first episode, it's going to be just me, and the first episode is pre-recorded just due to some scheduling conflicts, but typically we're going to try to do this live, so if you're here checking out the premiere, thank you for stopping on by. It's going to be an absolute banger of a show tonight. We got some cursed bookmarks. We got a few little small stories. We got some movie trailers to talk about. And then we got a couple of bigger stories that we're going to cover. So it's going to be an interesting show. And I hope that you guys are ready to rock and roll. So first, starting off, we are going to cover a couple of cursed/wholesome bookmarks. All right, so the first one that we are starting out with is an insane gaming collection. I saw this when I was scrolling through Twitter the other day, and I was like, you know what? This is pretty badass, so I feel like I gotta show it. So I'm going to keep the audio off just because of the music, but just imagine a really low-key, kind of chill type of music when you're watching this. Not too long of a clip, but just look at all of those consoles. It's probably like every damn console in existence, it seems like. I mean, just look at that. That is impressive. That is the ultimate gamer's collection right there. I would kill to have that. I would love to have that collection. Insane. Insane. All right, on to the next one. We have a post from the White House. This is from a couple of days ago now, but today we remember a legend. On this day in history, Harambe would have celebrated another birthday, an icon that became a part of internet history, American culture, and an entire generation's timeline. Tomorrow marks 10 years since we lost him. 10 years since the moment the world stopped scrolling and collectively mourned something bigger than a meme. He became a symbol of loyalty, strength, chaos, unity, and the strange beauty of the internet, bringing millions of people together for one cause, never forgetting Harambe. Everyone remembers where they were when they heard the news, and somehow a decade later, his legacy still lives on. Gone but never forgotten, rest easy to a true patriot. May 27, 1999 to May 28, 2016. Forever in our hearts, rest in peace, Harambe. The legend. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. That is just insane. True legend. Never forgotten. And as always, dicks out for Harambe. All right. Next one I had. We have some new photos that have been released from a new Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, which is going to be opening in September in LA. So a lot of these exhibits, I should say, are going to be dedicated to various Lucasfilm projects. So as you can see here, he's standing inside of one of the exhibits. Curious to see what they're going to do with it all the way, but looks like it could be pretty interesting. This one I think is probably my favorite. He's standing by this is like an actual size replica of Grievous on his bike. Like, that is just insane. Like, look at the size of that. Wow. It's awesome. I wish I could go and check this out, but I will not go anywhere near LA. So we're gonna just avoid LA entirely because, you know, you know. But I mean, look at that. That is freaking sick. I wonder how much it cost. Like, oof. Oh man. Oh man. I would love to see that. And then finally we have what I'm calling the Red Room. I'm not sure what this is going to be used for, but obviously it's like a movie theater of sorts, but I'm wondering, like, will the ceiling and the sides also show the movie? Is it going to be one of those like full immersion theaters? I'm not sure. And they'll probably play like movies that he's done. So I don't know. We'll see. Could be very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. For those of you that are Star Wars fans, will you be checking this museum out? Again, you have to go to LA, unfortunately. But could be worth it. Could be worth it. All right, let's see. So the first real topic that I have for tonight is Markiplier's movie Iron Lung is now available on YouTube Movies. Finally, it's only been months and months with no clue when it was going to be released anywhere besides theaters. If you didn't get to see it in theaters, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's only $5 to rent it, or if you want to buy it, it's only $10. So not too bad. Since he is the one distributing it, he gets to set the prices. So I think that's pretty cool. Again, it is on YouTube Movies. All you got to do is just search up Iron Lung, and it should be the first thing that pops up. So it'll be good to see that. I personally wasn't able to make it into the theater to watch this, but I think I'm going to go buy it. However, I do want to wait for the physical media because he's making Blu-ray discs and they're all going to have different art designs on them. And I would love to have a physical copy of this. Just based off of like the artwork alone, I'm going to see if I can find some real quick, but I would love to have a physical disc because they just look so cool. Okay. It looks like might have to go to the actual video for this. Let's see. Gotta pull that up a minute. But yeah, no, I've been waiting to see this and I cannot wait. I was really disappointed I couldn't go to the theater for it because, as a lot of you know, I am a big fan of Markiplier and Bob and Wade and Distractable, the Distractable crew. As you can see, I have the poster. So I like to follow all of their content pretty closely. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can find the artwork because I'm having trouble finding a picture of it online, but this stuff looked really freaking cool. Finally, I found it. So there's a few different designs that he's tossing around. Let me full screen this, switch over here. So, excellent freeze frame, by the way. So these are the different designs that he is thinking about doing for for the DVDs, and I think he's letting the community kind of vote for it. I believe it's a members only thing. Not entirely sure how it's being decided, but it seems to be that the popular options are these two up here in the top right corner. Personally, I love these. I think that these designs are great. I would also like this one. These three are probably my favorite. Now, if he was to do this one here with the skull, I would still get it because yeah, it's pretty cool still. Not my personal favorite. Again, my personal favorite are these three. But it's going to be interesting to see what is going to be the final result because he is also burning these DVDs and doing all of the DVD stuff himself. Like he's not sending this off to a company, he's doing this all himself. So it's really cool to see that he's really getting into it. He's going the extra mile to make sure that his community is going to be happy. And I'm going to try to pull up just a screenshot of what he's got going on. So gonna be kind of tough, but let's see. This is probably a good screen. This is probably the best I'll get. So as you can see behind him, he's got these two machines here, and they're DVD burners. And so he's doing them all himself in his office day after day after day, and he's gonna eventually have so many copies and then send them out to places, or he's gonna have like a spot online where you can buy them. It'll probably be like on the Iron Lung website. So if you're interested in that, I would say keep an eye out on the Iron Lung website because that's probably going to be your best option for buying a physical version. They do also have some other merch up on there, but my main thing I want to try to get is the DVD itself. So it'll be good to see what that all looks like when it's all said and done. But enough about Iron Lung. Let's see. Next thing I had was... Yes. Next thing I had was Disclosure Day. So recently we got a final trailer for the new movie Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. And it's got the internet up in a buzz. Everyone seems to be pretty torn on it. Supposedly there is real footage from the Roswell incident and other UFO, UAP type incidents in history. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when the movie comes out. Personally, I think that this whole Disclosure Day thing is a big hoax. Now, don't get me wrong. I would like to believe that we are not the only form of life in this entire galaxy, universe, constellations, etc. But it's hard to say what the other types of life would be because anything unknown to us would be considered alien. And so I don't personally think that alien is little green men or the grays or, those types. It could be that, but it could also be something else that we can't even comprehend. We don't know. Anyways, with this film, supposedly it ties in with all the files that are going to be declassified and all the truth that's going to be coming out. But again, to me and a few others I've been talking to, this screams Project Bluebeam loud from the rooftops. So it'll be interesting to see. I am still personally interested in seeing this film. I do want to watch it because I typically love Steven Spielberg movies, and it's a movie that's actually pretty interesting. The story seems interesting, and I think I'm going to enjoy it still. I'm going to still kind of go in there with an open mind of sorts, but I'm also still going to be kind of looking at it through an analytical lens because you can't really trust anything anybody says anymore. And we've also had experiences where they've used television to kind of ease us into things we have all the instances of television predicting the future, blah, blah, blah. I think that is something that they do is they take something that they want to have us go through and they put it through TV and see how we react to it on TV. And if we're okay with it when we see it in real life, it's not as much of a shock, if that makes sense. But getting a little bit off topic, I'm going more into the Nerd Files segment of this, so I'm going to steer back. We will eventually cover stuff like this on the Nerd Files, so if you haven't, go subscribe to that channel, which will actually be this channel, because I'm going to put this on the Nerd Files channel, so make sure to like and subscribe. But, let's see. I have a little Twitter post about this. So some quotes from Steven Spielberg. Disclosure Day will show an archive of all UFO cases that could possibly be related to the world. There will be Roswell footage with technology authentic to the 1940s. Spielberg said that shooting Disclosure Day on film was essential to capture the raw wonder and terror of first contact, which I do appreciate that. Steven Spielberg, he does always go the extra mile when he's making his movies. And something like that where it's shot on film, that's a big thing. I like that. Let's see. I love that he still shoots on film. This choice brings a tangible, organic texture that digital can't replicate, especially for a story about revealing truths humanity isn't ready for. In the film, secrets surface that change everything. And these are some quotes like from the trailer/movie. What did you steal? Secrets. The data they paid me to protect. Are they people? No. Again, those are quotes from the movie, not quotes from Spielberg. Spielberg delivers his signature balance of awe and unease in this sci-fi thriller starring Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, and Coleman Domingo. The decision to use real film stock elevates the visuals, making the extraordinary feel intimately real. A must-watch for anyone who believes cinema on film still creates magic that resonates deeply. And again, I do appreciate that he's doing this on film rather than just digital. It does add that extra chef's kiss to it, So, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I do have the trailer pulled up. We're gonna watch that and kind of go through it and see if anything kind of sticks out. See what looks a little bit too good to be true. And again, I think it'll be a good movie. I don't think there'll be much truth to it, but we'll see. I could be wrong. So here is the final trailer for Disclosure Day.
I can see you.
I am much more inclined now than I was when I made Close Encounters to really believe that we're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe.
Okay, so first, if you haven't, Close Encounters, great movie. You should definitely go watch it. Visually, 10 out of 10, pretty good story. I would highly recommend watching it. Now, I do really like this shot in the trailer. The shot of it coming out of the clouds like that is
In the universe.
really cool. That is really fucking cool. Like, I can't wait to see that, like, specifically that shot in 4K on a big screen. Oh, that's going to be glorious. I can't wait.
What did you steal?
Secrets. People have a right to know the truth.
This is a story about us, all of us,
Good morning, Kansas City.
up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened. I'm frightened out of my wits.
Okay, so apparently, I want to double check this. So take this with a grain of salt, because I don't have this confirmed. Apparently, the noises that she made here was all her. There was no modulation, no nothing. This was all her. They may have touched them up in the after and the post credit, or wow, they may have touched up in post, but from what I understand, this is entirely her making these noises.
What's happening to me?
It's weird, but I like it. It's fucking cool. And then this part right here where she says, I'm frightened, I'm frightened.
I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't
Like, I'm sorry, but a normal person wouldn't talk like that. They would say, I'm scared, I'm losing my mind, I'm going crazy. Like, what they would say, what the fuck is going on? Like, they wouldn't say, I am frightened out of my wits. Granted, okay, let me step back on that. There may be a couple people that respond like that, but most people would not respond that way. I'm frightened out of my wits. No, they would be, I'm scared, I'm terrified, I'm going crazy, I'm losing my mind. It would be something a little bit more real sounding, you know? So again, it's not perfect, just a trailer. The movie could be phenomenal, the movie could suck, we don't know, but again, I'm still looking forward to it, even with the critiques I have of it so far.
need to be. You have someone else.
Daniel Kellner,
Who is this?
do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
And then
cannot accept
Wyatt
what we
Russell's
know.
in it.
We need to stop him any way we can.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
This 79-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
How will disclosure change us? I believe
Okay.
for the better.
Right there. So apparently, all of this footage that you see here, apparently all of this is real footage from like the Roswell incident. We'll see. I don't know. There was another little part that was from there. Too far back, but it might be. Crap. Anyways, so there was a part where, yeah, like right here at the beginning,
Than I was when I made Close Encounters.
I think this is not. So apparently this part is legit. This is apparently legitimate footage, or like based off of legitimate footage. So that's the thing. Some of it is supposedly real footage, and some of it is supposedly based off of real footage. It's kind of sounding a little fishy to me, but again, I'm still interested.
Coverage.
How will disclosure change us? I believe for the better. It will remind us of our capacity for empathy, and that there is something bigger out there
That was cool.
than just ourselves.
The only way to know your purpose is to go back to where it all began.
I know you.
I know you do. What happened to us?
I used to say to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful if all of this turned out to be true? I'm now thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful for people to know all of this is true?
Okay.
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. And that final shot there with the deer turning into an alien, that's freaking cool. You gotta admit, that is a really good shot. It was very well executed. 10 out of 10. Like, as an editor, you have to appreciate those kind of things because it was just so smooth and just, perfect. Perfect. Watch it again. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting tickets for it day one necessarily. I don't know if I'll go opening day, but I think I will try to go see this one in theaters because it's definitely a topic that I'm interested in. I'm curious to see what he's gonna say and do with this movie because this is a very big topic right now. Disclosure Day is a very big thing on everyone's minds currently. Supposedly, we're going to be getting a bunch of new information about extraterrestrial life. Who knows? It's hard to know. But yeah, so that was Disclosure Day, and I'm curious. I'm definitely intrigued, and I want to know, are you guys going to go see this? Are you guys intrigued for this movie? Or is this something that you're going to kind of just pass on, maybe watch it a few years from now if it's on TV or whatever? I don't know. I know a lot of people aren't really interested in this kind of thing, but this is something that captures my interest quite a bit, as you guys know from my other show, The Nerd Files. But we shall see. So June 12th, not too long. Just a couple of weeks. All right, let's see here. Next topic of the evening is going to be, let's see, scary movie. So we have a new scary movie coming out. This will be number 6. They are bringing back most, if not all, of the original cast, and they've been going pretty hard with the references and the parodies that they're going to be doing. But they started a new thing that I thought was very interesting. They launched a website where you can control Ghostface and make him do what they claim to be anything you want, which as of now, it's just kind of like random things. Some things will work, some things won't. So try your luck. But yeah, let's go ahead and play this and you can see some of the stuff that he can do. Okay. Play a Lizzo video. Sure.
Hello?
Yo, Lizzo, what are you doing?
Shit, nothing, just shooting a music video.
Are you all alone?
Hold on, check this out. I swear the world will be boring as fuck without...
Okay, so that's just an example of some things it can do. I was checking it out a little bit earlier, and you can have it do some pretty funny things. Somebody made it ride the little tricycle from Saw, so that was pretty cool. You can make it do some various dances of sorts, things like that. So not very, extreme as far as like what you can make it do. It's nothing too crazy fancy, but it's still pretty cool. I think they have, I want to say, let's just go to the site. We'll just put in a random birthday here. 1/1/97. Okay, let's try it out. So we'll just spin the wheel. Blow a kiss. Nope, that's pretty gay. Rock, paper, scissors. Perfect. So yeah, 50 options. Okay. Little bit graphic there. It's AI. YouTube, don't get mad. I might have to censor that part out. But yeah, so that's a cool little thing that they threw together. So if you're interested, the link, I will put the link down in the description. Otherwise, it's just subservientghostface.com. And speaking on the topic of scary movie, we have a new trailer / teaser for Scary Movie 6. And this is based on the Backrooms, themed after the Backrooms. So this will be interesting. So Scary Movie will be in theaters June 5. We've had some pretty good trailers from them so far. If you have missed out on those, I definitely recommend checking out those trailers because you can tell that they're going to go all out with this one. So I'm excited for this movie, but let's check out the trailer.
On June 5th, get lost in a place so massive, it goes on and on and on.
You talking about eating pussy?
Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know why y'all acting so scared. The gun ain't even loaded. Oh, shit, son. Uh-oh. I did it again.
That was fun.
Okay, yep, they are bringing Doofy back.
5th.
All right, hell yeah, they are going to be bringing Doofy back. So I may have to cut a couple of those things out for YouTube, but we're going to try to get away with it. So worst case, this video gets taken down and I got to re-upload it with some more edits. But yeah, no, I do like that they're bringing him back. I just hope that they're not going to be afraid to make fun of everything and everyone. As long as they're not only attacking one side of things, I think it'll be good. I could be wrong. It's been a while since the last Scary Movie, but we'll see. We shall see. Again, they've been putting out some really great trailers. The teasers have been pretty good. The poster, well, the not necessarily posters, but like the promo art they've been doing. They've even got a pretty smart and well thought of theme for the popcorn buckets. If you haven't seen those, let me pull those up a minute. If you haven't seen the popcorn buckets for Scary Movie 6, oh man, it's going to be, for all of you stoners out there, the popcorn buckets are going to be shaped like bongs. Now, I don't know if they are going to be functional or not. I cannot say. But they have different sizes. So if you're interested, looks like they're going to have four options that you can choose from. So for all you smokers out there, go check that out. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So again, I'm looking forward to the movie, but we'll see. As long as they make fun of everything, because that's the thing about comedy. You can't be afraid to make fun of everything and everyone, because otherwise it's not true comedy. And we need more of that in the world. We don't have enough comedy. Everyone's too afraid to make fun of shit or call people out for stupid shit, and it's fucking retarded. Hopefully, this will kind of maybe steer things back in the right direction. We'll see. I don't know. But something that is, well, instead of someone that is not steering things in the right direction, I should say, is the new Supergirl. What's her name? Millie Alcock or something. She's been talking a lot of shit lately. And because of that, the tracking data draws concerns from the opening weekend in June. It's projected to have very low numbers for the box office. She has been doing what a lot of stuck-up actresses in Hollywood have been doing lately, talking shit about their fans and their customers or potential moviegoers, and that turns people off. So you would think that maybe she would have learned from all of the other people that have done this and negatively been affected by this, but apparently not. So we're going to be seeing what happens when Supergirl releases in theaters. Let me make this a little bit bigger here, and I'll kind of read through just some of this. So let's see. Early tracking projections from Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow have drawn concerns from box office analysts about the film's commercial prospects, with its domestic debut potentially falling well below last year's DCU opener, Superman, or as we like to call it, Superman's James Gunn. According to box office theory projections cited by industry observers, the new release, set to open June 26, is currently forecast to debut domestically between 47 million and 65 million. Now, that's nothing to laugh at. Like, that's still a pretty high number for most people. Maybe not in terms of the grand scheme of things, because you got to factor in like the budget and all the extra costs and blah, 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 blah. But still, 46 million is not a light number. So it's low. I'll say that. It's pretty damn low for what a superhero movie should be. But it also doesn't surprise me with all the shit that she's been talking, and just in general, how the DC universe has been ever since James Gunn took it over. So that range would place it numerically between the Marvels, which opened to 46 million in 2023 on a reported budget of more than $220 million, and Black Adam, which I think pretty much at this point everybody's forgotten about the Black Adam movie because they didn't go anywhere with it. Black Adam opened to 67 million in 2022. Now, the budget for Supergirl has not been officially announced as of the time of this article being published, but it's probably going to be pretty high up there with all the other ones. It's estimated at roughly $170 million, which that's definitely nothing to laugh at. That's a pretty fucking big number. Like, you want to be able to beat that within a week or two at least, because shit's expensive. But let's see. By comparison, last year's Superman opened to 122 million domestically, on its way to more than 600 million worldwide. So that one, I would say it at least made its money back and then some. So it's technically a success. It may not have been a great movie. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people didn't. It made its money. I'll give it that. I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. I saw it a couple times to see if maybe my opinion would change, but I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I was like, okay, you know what? That happened. Cool. What's next, I guess? And this is what we're getting next. A movie about a angry, depressed teenager that is drunk all the time and offended one of the greatest American heroes in comic book history, that is. One of the greatest American heroes in comic book history by having her dog pee on his face on a newspaper. So that tends to kind of, demoralize people from seeing the movie in the first place. But with her being the stuck-up, whiny bitch that she is, Millie Alcock is coming out and attacking Christian dads now. Let's see. Alcock described many of her social media detractors as anonymous burner accounts or profiles identifying as Dad of Four Christian, calling such accounts hilarious. So she's making generalizations, for one thing. I highly doubt that all of the people commenting or saying something to her. Now, again, they say many here, but I'm willing to bet that she's saying most, if not all. I don't think they're all burner accounts. I don't think they're also all Dad of Four Christian accounts. I think she's just trying to seem edgy, and by going after a specific group of people, especially Christians, she thinks she's going to be seen as edgy, and she thinks it's going to drum up positive numbers and positive hype for this movie that she's in, and it's not. It's doing the exact opposite. People do not want to go see this. People are gonna wait until it's on whatever streaming platform it's gonna be on, and even then, I think the numbers are gonna be low. They might try to fake the numbers on this one because she's tanking it, just like Rachel Zegler did with Snow White. She absolutely tanked it because she would not shut her mouth. And this is exactly what's happening here. So we'll see. I don't really have any hope for this movie. I don't necessarily want it to fail. I want to make that very clear. I never want anything to fail unless it's extremely woke. That is the only time I want things to fail. Now, if this movie, if we see more and more of it, and it turns out that this movie is going to be pretty woke, then yeah, I hope it fails. But I don't know. I would think that by now, the people in Hollywood that manage these actors and actresses, you would think that they would tell them, be like, hey, don't talk shit about potential moviegoers. Because if you talk shit about them and they feel like you're attacking them, they're not going to come see your movie. They're not going to spend their money. And then our movie loses millions, if not billions of dollars. You'd think they would know this by now, but they still don't. So they are going to be living by the principle of fuck around, find out. And they are going to find out hard. Nothing we can do about that. All we can do is speak with our wallets. So, yeah, I don't know. Hollywood. Can't fucking stand them. I can't stand them. Let's see. We'll use that as a transition. And as you can tell, this is a very highly professional setup here. We're doing everything through OBS because StreamYards is lame and gay, and they're charging way too much for their shit. So we're doing this all through OBS manually. So we're going to use this as a transition of sorts. Terrible transition, but hey, we're going to make it work. We're going to talk about Backrooms. Backrooms is doing extremely well in its opening weekend. Kane Parsons took over the project. He made a mini-series and uploaded it to his YouTube channel, in which the studio A24 reached out to him and asked if he wanted to make this into an actual movie, and it's killing it. So opening weekend, it made between 76 to 79 million, and the weekend box office is still not done yet. So it's going to do probably a hell of a lot more. I know a lot of people want to go see this movie and Obsession as well. Two great movies out right now, and a lot of people are actually going to the theater to see them. So you love to see it. Maybe this will encourage theaters to kind of step up their game. Maybe, I don't know, make things a little bit more affordable if they can. I don't know. But regardless, people are going to the theaters to see this movie and Obsession. So again, it opens with between 76 and 79 million, and Obsession jumps up over 100 million. And both of these movies were handled by YouTubers moving into the movie sphere. Now, I want to say that I think that one of the people that deserves credit for this type of thing happening is Markiplier, because he was kind of one of the first ones to kind of make that transition and have it work really well. And I think that inspired other people to want to do the same thing. And so we're starting to get some great, this is technically considered indie content. This is great indie content compared to the Hollywood studios bullshit that we're getting that's full of gay retarded shit that nobody wants to see. So I would say if you have time this weekend, go check out one or both of these movies and make your own decision. They seem to both be doing really well. I've been hearing a lot of people rant and rave about Obsession, especially. A lot of people seem to actually prefer Obsession to the Backrooms. So maybe I'll start with Obsession and then go to the Backrooms. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see these movies, especially Backrooms. When they first announced it, I was really excited because growing up, you hear about the Backrooms all the time, and it's like, man, is it a real place? Is it not? Like, it really made you think. And the way that they did it, it was just, I don't know. It locked you into it. Like you couldn't look away almost from what was happening in whatever video you were watching, you know. So we'll see. I personally think that they're both going to end off with a really good box office. I think that they're probably going to crush their budgets, probably double or triple if they haven't already. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find like the budget numbers. I had it at one point. Let's see here. Obsession, which is going over 100 million in its third frame after what's shaping to be a 3-day of 25 mil, blah, blah, so 5%. I'll have to look that up later, try to get some more numbers on that. I forgot to do that beforehand, but yeah, so Obsession, Backrooms, both seem to be doing really well. And this is just opening weekend for both of them, I believe. So, yeah, I'm going to try to make it to the theater this weekend. I'm not going to be able to guarantee that because, you know, work, unfortunately. But if I can make it to the theater, maybe I'll start with the Backrooms first, just because I do kind of want to see that one more. But we'll see. See what happens. Okay. Now, the final topic of the evening. This one is a bit of an interesting one. Not sure exactly how I feel about this. It's a very cool feature, and I could see the benefit of it for sure. But at the same time, I don't really know because there's other things that they could do to kind of mimic what they're doing here. So we'll see. But what I'm talking about, for those that are confused as fuck right now, I'm talking about the new Discord features, spatial audio. Now, this isn't rolled out globally yet. This is still in beta testing phases, but Discord's adding a feature for spatial audio to make it where your friends sound like they're right next to you or right in front of you, or you can have it set up to where, let's say there's 10 people in a Discord call, right? And you're all trying to talk to each other and all like still hang out together, but you want to be able to have your own conversations. Well, 3 of you can go over here, 4 of you can go here, and then the others can go over here, be all like in your little groups, but you're still hanging out in one main call where you can regroup and all talk to each other again. It's a very cool feature. Don't get me wrong. I think that this is actually could be a very positive feature for it, but there's also workarounds around it. You know, for example, let's say it's the 4, 3, and 3. The 4 go into a separate voice call, 3 of them go into another voice call, and then they're just in 3 separate calls, and they can just rejoin on one to talk to everybody again. I know it's a little bit of a hassle. You got to go to a different call, then come back, blah blah blah. It's really hard. I know. It's like breaking your freaking arm doing that. But I could see why they're doing this. So we'll just kind of read through this a little bit and see if there's any news on it since I last checked. Discord is testing one of its most immersive voice chat features yet, with spatial audio set to make it sound like your friends are sitting in the same room as you. Let me zoom in a little more on this. Perfect. The platform has spent the last year rapidly expanding its feature set beyond standard text and voice chat. Recently, Discord rolled out end-to-end encrypted voice and video calls, expanded console integrations for PlayStation and Xbox users, and continued adding more perks and customization options through Discord Nitro. Now, the company appears to be working on spatial audio for voice channels, adding a completely new layer to how conversations sound inside servers. Discord is testing spatial audio for voice channels. According to their preview posts on X, and they'll be adding a new spatial audio menu inside voice chat settings at some point in time. Now, again, some people that have like beta access, they are able to test this out right now. So if you are a beta tester or you have some kind of access like that, check it out, see if you can use it or not, and let me know what you think, because I'm actually kind of curious. I've seen some videos of people with it, but a lot of them are just kind of trolling, so it's kind of hard to actually see how well it works. The feature adds a dedicated button that lets users tweak how voice chat sounds in real time. Screenshots shared online show options to adjust the room size, change placement modes for participants, and even drag friends around a square interface to alter where their voices come from through your headphones. Another post showed the system in action with voices shifting direction depending on where each person is positioned in the virtual room. Okay, so we got, I don't think this will be it, but we can go to Twitter. Here is what it'll look like. This is just an image. So what it will look like, it'll have like all your settings, how you want the layout to be, if you want it to be a straight line, an arc, a grid, yada yada. You can change the angle of the arc if you do that one, how close or how far they are away to you. You can do all that right here. But you can also adjust where they're at just by clicking and moving their icon around this box. So let's say these guys want to have a conversation and then everybody else wants to just keep talking. You can drag all these people down to here where you are, a little bit closer. And if you want, you can put these guys off in the corner. They can have their little conversation. Like, yeah, you'll still be able to hear them and like kind of interact with them, but it'll be like they're over in a different part of the room. So it won't be as easy to hear their conversations, theoretically. So I think that's pretty cool. It's going to be interesting to see how they roll it out, but we'll see what happens. Let me turn this down because it's probably going to be really loud, but it seems we have a video.
Hi. So this is a test of spatial audio. As you can see, you know, if you move around all the users in here, as you can see, yeah, that happens, man. So yeah, yep, as you can see, it all works. It's all
Move around your head.
It's just great, you know. Yeah, boom, like ah.
That is weird.
Look at that.
I mean,
Yeah, that is so weird. Like, it's cool as hell, and I hope that it like translates properly with like the upload and everything, but that is weird. Like with him moving it around in the circle like that, like he did, it was almost like he was running in circles around me making that noise. So that's really cool. I do like the spatial audio thing. Hopefully it rolls out smooth. I'll give them that. I hope it rolls out smooth. Discord, if you're watching and you need more beta testers, let me know. I'll test it out. I'll test out all this stuff for y'all. Shoot me a message. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Again, there's no official release date for this, but I will be keeping an eye on when this happens. Let's see, I'm just kind of looking up like a quick. Yeah, so still nothing yet. No public testing, no beta weekends, nothing like that. Let's see. Check one. Yeah. Yeah, so again, closed public testing unless you're like a specific beta tester, so you might have access if you're one of those. Go check that out. But yeah, I'm assuming it's going to probably roll out within the next few months, and I think a lot of people are going to be using it. It's going to be very useful for servers that are going to have a lot of members in the voice calls. So for example, there'll be times where we'll be watching like fight night or a movie or something. We're all just hanging out in there. It can get pretty chaotic. You can get like, I think we got almost 30 people, if not more, last time we had a big like event in the Discord. And so it would be kind of nice to be able to move people around so that everyone's not constantly overlapping on conversations. But yeah, I think that's pretty freaking cool. And really, that is all that I have for now. I think that's everything I wanted to go over today. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. But yes, thank you everyone for hanging out, checking this out. This was the first episode of Slapcast. Highly unorganized, highly professional. It's going to get better over time, but first episode's always a little bit weird. It's always a little bit rough. So we're going to get on out of here. I'm going to go crash because my brain is shutting down after being awake for a long time. Almost 24 hours. So it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you for checking this out. Again, if you haven't, go like and subscribe down below. Click that bell so you get notified whenever I go live. We will be doing another episode of Slapcast here pretty soon. The next one should be live, and I should have one or two people at least on the panel to chat with me, and that should make it a little bit more interesting. So once again, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Now, go touch some grass. Or don't. I'm not your dad. I don't care. Do what you're going to do. Whatever it is, stay nerdy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.